This personal trainer charges £50 for a session. What do you think of this? In this video, I'm hiring both of them to train me as a PT, and at the end, they'll meet up and discuss their opposing opinions.
You are physically unhealthy.
Really jaunt out. I do feel a little bit intimidated.
It's just morally correct for a personal trainer to be in shape.
So the question is, do you personally believe that someone that is super overweight can be a personal trainer? And we're not talking about someone that used to be like an NFL player and that's retired. We're talking about like someone fairly young that's super overweight. For some of you, you're probably thinking this is probably like a moot point, and like it's not common that people are ever going to go to an overweight PT, but more and more on social media, they are popping up. Like just the other day, I saw this one.
My name is Carrie. I'm a personal trainer and a power lifter who lives 4 days a week, and this is what my body looks like. Which means that when I post my workouts on social media, most people assume I'm just starting my fitness journey.
I would say it's a smart guess to assume that.
I've been working as a fitness professional for 5 years now, and that part still rubs me the wrong way. Because there are so many people in larger bodies moving their bodies regularly and accomplishing their goals in the gym, and they'll always be seen as a beginner because the size of their body hasn't dramatically changed.
As you're going to hear in the video, I'm actually not opposed to obese personal trainers, but where I draw the line is that they want to kind of convince you of not seeing and believing. Like if you're someone that is a PT and you've been a PT for 5 years and you're still very morbidly obese, it's not a surprise that other people are going to think you're a beginner.
Maybe if I keep showing up on your timeline, you'll recognize that someone's size does not actually determine their fitness level.
That's not true. It definitely does. At first, they used to say like being obese doesn't affect your health. That one was a little bit more ambiguous. They can try and get away with it because if you're slightly chubby, I don't think that is going to really impact dramatically. Whereas being super obese, I do. But that point aside, now they're trying to say that being really big, no one should assume that impacts your fitness level. On average, yes, it will. And even with her, she may be strong and can go in the gym, has been doing this for 5 years. I guarantee if you took someone of equivalent age of her that's been in the gym for 5 years and you put them in a fitness test, I would probably bet some good money that the one that is more close to a regular body weight will outperform her in most ways. The only one I think maybe she may win them on is maybe strength, but that's just my side thought moving forward. As you watch this video that Joe Fazers has done, we will see these two personal trainers butt heads, because I did have a sneak peek forward to see how it kind of ends, and it doesn't end good.
It's all that matters at the end of the day. You're actually helping people, so... Oh, well done. I mean... yeah.
But let me know your thoughts throughout the video. It'd be interesting to know what's your perspective on it, and does it change near the end of the video? So if you haven't seen, about a month ago, Joe Fazers made a video that went fairly viral, and it was basically him hiring an overweight personal trainer. And I thought it'd be interesting because Joe does like a very good discussion with the girl and also gets on a normal fit trainer, and they kind of have like a battle of the minds. So let's get into the video and we'll see if she wins us over to say whether her being a personal trainer is better for other overweight people than like a regular person that's probably more in shape.
See, when you think of a personal trainer, I assume you're imagining big muscles, toned abs. This is probably not what you imagine. But nowadays, scrolling through social media, I see people who aren't necessarily in the best shape being personal trainers and giving out advice.
Hi, I'm Roy. I am a fat personal trainer.
My name is Carrie. I'm a personal trainer and a power lifter, and this is what my body looks like.
But there are people online who think this is completely wrong.
One thing I've never understood is PTs are out of shape.
There's clearly a big divide. Some people saying you don't need to be in shape to be a good PT.
I fully disagree with that bit straight away. I ain't gonna say you need to be shredded bodybuilder or 10% body fat, but if you're pretty obese, you really can't be a personal trainer for the majority of people. I do think there is a place for these personal trainers, which we'll talk about further down in the video. But for the average person, do I think having an obese personal trainer is going to be the best thing for them? No.
Nice to meet you.
You're right.
This is Rhiannon, a fully qualified personal trainer who's on the side of you don't need to be in great shape to be a PT.
You can't assume I'm unfit based on how I look, but you are.
Hello. Good to meet you, mate. Good to meet you too, pal.
And this is Bobby, again another fully qualified PT, but on the opposite side of the argument to Rhiannon, saying you do need to be in good shape. In this video, I'm hiring both of them to train me as a PT, and at the end, they'll meet up and discuss their opposing opinions.
So one of the things we're going to mainly focus on is actually their debate. I think that's more interesting than who can actually coach them best in the workout. We'll watch a little bit, but in reality, it's the main conversation between the two that I found the most interesting because I saw snippets on Instagram.
This is Rhiannon.
Hello.
My trainer for today.
Right, now I'm not going to train you hard. You know this, right? So I'm going to treat you as though
I was a normal client.
Yeah, I've never had somebody who's a gym goer.
But surely you have clients who come to you saying, I want to build some muscle.
Oh yeah.
That makes complete sense. Her main clients are likely people that are overweight. And I mentioned it briefly earlier, but that is the target group I think would probably be a great market for her. But I'll let her carry on.
I can never say this word, hypertrophy.
Hypertrophy, yeah.
We can work in
Hypertrophy.
that and we can do, sets, reps, all of that stuff. I can do that. But the difference is you know what you're doing, I think.
Yeah.
Whereas when I'm instructing, they don't know what they're doing.
So this is where Rhiannon's a bit different as a PT.
The clients I help are people who, they decide they want to do something, but then their anxiety is so high for whatever reason that they can't walk in the door because they don't know what then happened. I want to make it accessible for anybody to feel as though they can come.
Rhiannon's goal is to get people who are scared of going to the gym into the gym and started. But she faces a lot of backlash online. It's like hiring a financial advisor who lives in a tent. If you can't take care of your own body, how can you give advice to others? I've told her what my goal is, to build muscle. She charges £50 for a session. Let's see what we get.
So we'll be doing the military press, 3 sets, 8 to 10 reps. Up, push. Lovely, you can pull it down and pop it back. Pop your hands just after the little bend. So you're gonna sink your hips down and drive the elbows down. Elbows down, perfect. So 1, 2, and I like that speed, so keep that the same. Stand with your feet like shoulder width apart, pretty much nice and strong.
Yeah.
Bring them in front slightly. Tilt my hands on a slight little angle. I want you to bring them up, hold at the shoulder height for like 2-3 seconds and then lower under control.
And she
As it stands so far, it does sound like she actually knows what she's talking about. So that's the first thing checked off, which I do think is obviously the foundation. Do you have the knowledge to train someone effectively, properly, and safely? And it sounds like she's got that boxed off. And I kind of assumed as much because realistically, whether you're fat or skinny, if you don't know what you're talking about at all, then you shouldn't be a PT. So that's kind of like one that I would expect anyway. But I will say it's good that she does. Personal trainers, even the ones that qualify, sometimes know nothing. She sounded like she was on it, so I'm going to give her a star there. So what I want to do now is jump forward to the actual conversation. The training aspect isn't the main bulk. It's more the conversation about, is an overweight personal trainer really something that people should aspire to have? So we're going to say a brief introduction to the personal trainer. I just want to kind of get a grasp as to what his mindset is. Like, does he hate fat people? Is he cool with them? Because sometimes you get people that literally like are almost like damn near hate them, which I don't think would be the best thing for this sort of conversation.
We're meeting Bobby, who's a personal trainer on the other side of the argument. Hello. Good to meet you, mate. Good to meet you too, pal.
Bobby has been a qualified personal trainer for 3 years and charges £40 a session. That is £10 cheaper than Rhiannon.
That's
I
funny.
trained with this lady yesterday. Super nice lady. What do you think of her? She's a PT. Just honest opinion.
The plus size personal trainer. Technically speaking, it's a free country. You can do whatever you want. I just don't think it's morally correct to be a plus size personal trainer. Like, to be a PT, you're promoting health and fitness, and that's just going against it.
I see where he's coming from, which is, if you don't practice what you preach, why am I going to take your advice? But it all depends on who her clients are. From the intro, it sounds like that her clients usually are people that don't know what they're doing altogether. So I would probably say, if someone was also obese and overweight and just had no clue on starting the gym, I do think seeing someone like her and having them as your trainer can help some. But it works either way. Like, some people need a coach that has a physique they almost aspire to motivate them to actually keep going to the gym and like actually put in that effort and do the work. Whereas for some, it can be daunting because they look at them and feel like they're being judged. So I do see a market for it. Where I don't see a market for is the mass audience. I don't think a newbie person that's like slim is going to go to someone like her, even if she has all the knowledge in the world, because some people do believe your physique is your flyer. And I do believe that to an extent, depending on the person's age. If you're like 40s or 50s, you have a wealth of experience, you have backed up testimonials and client results, and you've been training people for decades, but you just happen to maybe gain a little bit of weight, whether it's life circumstances or you just decided that you don't want to be that super fit anymore. I accept that more because they've put in the work, they've put in the time. It is what it is.
Now it's time for them to meet.
Hello. Lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Hello.
You see, I'll make a statement. It's then Bobby and Rhiannon's decision where they want to put the cut
Oh, that's cool.
in favour or against the statement I've just made. Body positivity is a dangerous movement.
Body positivity is a dangerous movement. When done properly, no. How it's been executed on the internet, yes. For example, body positivity was originally for people that had like disabilities, cleft lips, things like that, to normalize those people and put them in marketing and make them feel, seen. What it morphed into was more like that other group, fat acceptance, where they just, talk about glorifying being fat.
Rhiannon, why have you gone for the disagree?
So I'm a big person, and I think that there's nothing wrong with that.
No, there isn't. But it
That
is
to me is body
scientifically unhealthy.
I just feel that someone should feel accepted and proud of their body if they're not meeting society's expectation of fit.
If someone's happy with the way they look, fine. You don't want help, yet you are saying, I feel good, I mentally feel good, physically, your body is screaming at you and saying, help.
Yeah, I agree. It's why I'm not over here.
It's okay to be overweight/obese.
So being overweight, I obviously work with people who are overweight. They are putting themselves at risk of health scares. It's quite unhealthy. I mean, I wouldn't want someone to die.
My reason for going over this side, I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with being bigger, because I think if we lived in a world that just said it was wrong or that it's not okay to be big, I think that would be disadvantaging all the people.
I can combat that with one simple question, and it is to all of you watching. Ask yourselves, when is the last time you've seen maybe more than 3 super obese 80-year-olds? The chances are is very, 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 very few. And the reason is because many complications happen that cause them to pass away, and a large portion of them are to do with their quality of life being linked to them being so obese. In your 20s, your 30s, when you're super obese, you may not feel the impacts, but as you get older, boy, sir, you are going to start feeling them.
This will lead on to a question, so let's go back. Going off, clearly enjoying that.
That's funny.
Going off what we've just spoken about, being overweight is a choice.
Do I think it's a choice? 85% yes, 15% I'm giving that a margin of error for the medication things I mentioned, or disabilities, or maybe not being financially off to purchase better options. Stay in the middle. That's not bad.
You've remained in the neutral. Why is that?
Because I don't know what goes on in anyone else's head, so I'll talk about myself.
Yeah.
I don't choose to be this weight. I don't wake up every day and think I choose this to be like this. I don't wake up every day though and choose to eat in a calorie deficit. So I think I'm neutral, because the reason I am the way I am is because of my mental health, and I don't choose my mental health.
If something's affecting your mental health, you can't control that. What you can control though is what you eat. However, it might be hard. There might be times in your day where it is hard to control that, but you definitely can have the choice of whether you want to eat or be in a calorie deficit.
I disagree.
Okay.
I eat as a form of self-harm. The reason I am the size I am is because, yes, in that moment, I guess I'm choosing to eat. However, the opposite for me is that I may not be sat here. The opposite for me is that I may not be sat here because my mental health is bad.
It's always tough when people just go from, if I can't eat the food I want, I may myself, because then you really haven't got, you can't really argue back without, because you get worried that you're going to set them off. I'm not going to talk too much on that. All I can say is that I do think that, I'll just say no comment on that bit.
I wish you all the best, I honestly do.
And that's the difference.
Should we leave it that one at that? Yeah. Got one more statement. You need to be in good shape to be a personal trainer.
This was the question I wanted to hear. This was the main one, because all the fluff aside, this one is just a very simple question for the most part. And I would like to hear both people's perspectives and also what they think afterwards. So this is the moment where she may convince us that being like her and being a personal trainer may be best for everybody. Who knows? Okay, now I know it's not going to be, but you may convince many of you out there that literally are firmly no across the board.
So not necessarily, you don't need to be in like top tier shape to be a personal trainer. You can be out of shape. The only exception being is if I personally think you've been in shape before. I would always practice what you preach, and if you're gonna talk the talk, you better walk the walk, because it will be a lot more motivating for someone who can then see if you can do it. Oh, well, I can do it. Morally for me, I would go to someone who's in shape, or at least has been in shape.
Literally what I said. So that's we're on the same wavelength there.
People come to me because I can relate to their challenges. I feel that if the difference to somebody starting a health and fitness journey is because there's a bigger personal trainer who they can relate to, and that personal trainer knows what they need to do to lose weight, but actually right now is focused on good mental health and just being stronger in the gym. If that personal trainer can help one big person, then they should exist and they should be able to be a personal trainer.
I just personally wouldn't take advice off. Let's say, put it into example, I want to set up a business. I wouldn't go to someone who's never owned a business.
But that would be like going to a personal trainer who's not a qualified personal trainer. That's different to this because I am qualified.
I feel like it's just morally correct for a personal trainer to be in shape. That's all.
Morally correct. The idea that you think that the way I exist in the world and the job I choose to do is morally incorrect, which is pretty much what you've just said, really bothers me. I show people they don't need to look a certain way to join a gym.
No, 100%.
Without me putting myself out there and doing what I do, they would never walk through the gym door because the gym is overwhelming. The fact that you feel that me doing that job is morally not great has bothered me because
You can do it. That's what you can do it. You can do whatever you want.
But it's morally incorrect.
If you're out of shape, then
so
it's unhealthy. Again, it's unhealthy. It's just unhealthy.
I think we have very different clients.
I was about to say that. I was about to say, I think they're differing so much because they're thinking based on the clients. But then again, I have overweight clients too. It differs based on the client and also their personality. If they are someone that gets motivated by seeing someone in shape, then it's good. But then you have the ones that she mentioned, which they need to almost be with someone that looks similar to them just to see the big person do it and go, oh, if she's big and she can do it, maybe I can too. And then they'll actually try. So that's why I say there is like a market for it.
I really don't think we do. I've got kids who are overweight, kids who are underweight, women who are overweight, women who are underweight. But I do have clients the exact same as you.
What, who are scared to go into?
Oh, mate, I have to sit outside of the gym with 2 clients, and the hour that they paid for me, they were too scared to go into the gym.
All of my clients are that.
Yeah, I feel like everyone is a little bit intimidated to go into a new place.
I think there is a difference.
I don't think there is.
You say that your clients come to you because you are the body that they want.
No, not necessarily. I've got women. I don't think women want to look like me.
In shape then?
Well, yeah.
My clients see success as me because mentally I'm existing in the gym.
So Rhiannon, would you say that your main goal for your clients is not necessarily to get them into shape?
Yeah, no, not at all. My main goal is to get them started on their health and fitness journey.
100%.
But you think it's about getting in shape. I don't.
And mentally,
It should be both. It should be getting them started and also ideally getting them in shape. For example, if someone severely obese came to you as a client, you wouldn't want them to be the exact same position a year from now. If a year later they only gained mobility and strength and they didn't have it before, that's still a win. But if they're coming to you as a general PT to help them overall in all aspects, I do think that should be somewhere on the agenda when they're obese.
I just said mental.
But my thing is like I'm a personal trainer to help an individual do things safely.
The exact same as me.
I think with Bobby,
we both agree.
It's always coming back to being in shape though. I am a personal trainer to help individuals come into a gym and safely navigate equipment and how things work. It's not about being in...
I 100% do that too. I've helped so many people like yourself.
I wouldn't go to you as a personal trainer personally.
No worries, that's
I don't think she likes him at all. He was trying his best to try and extend an olive branch and try give her credit for what she's doing too, but she's still stuck on the fact that he thinks that you have to be in shape to be a PT, and for that reason she's just swatting away every single extension as an olive branch.
I hope you carry on doing your job and you keep continuing to help people. It's all that matters at the end of the day. You're actually helping people, so well done. I mean, yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, she came off a little bit more unlikable near the end. I don't know at what point, well, I saw what point she disliked him. From when he said that he thinks a personal trainer should be in shape and he's morally not good. I think at that point, she just fundamentally hates him. So once again, I'll pose a question to you guys watching. Do you feel like it's a good thing and would you hire one yourself? Or are you more along the lines of the guy, which is basically saying that I don't think it's really wise for anyone to take on an overweight person as a PT? As mentioned in the video, I'm somewhere in the middle. But the key thing I would probably say is that if you are an obese PT, or even APT general, it doesn't even matter if you're fat at this point. If you're fat, you're slim, you're muscular. If you're a PT and your main goal is just to get someone to keep them company in the gym, maybe give them a little bit of pointers here and there, but you're not really trying to get them fitter or healthier, I would personally argue and say that, are you really a personal trainer or are you just like someone's accountability partner? Because that is a real thing. People that can basically comfort people in the gym, they don't really educate them or teach them deep knowledge, but they may give them a little bit of pointers and they feel comfortable to actually enter the building. That may be where you fall into. If you're not actually planning to improve them, you're only really looking to get them started. And I still think that's a very vital role. I just don't know whether I would pay full price PT for someone that doesn't plan on actually improving my circumstances to a great degree as well. That's where I probably differ. If you have made it this far in the video and you are someone that probably needs a little bit of help with fitness, click down below. I've got a page where I can give you 21 free tips on a consistent basis to try and help you actually stick to the gym and improve yourself for free.